William Jones, making videos about leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think. And use logic and use reason and realize that religion is fake. Alright people, what's up? For this video, it was totally unexpected. I didn't even change shirts for this. I'm still in my work shirt. I just wanted to drop this, hopefully, quick video. Alright? So, recently on Hulu, I had got into the show The Orville. The Orville. Alright? It's created by Seth McFarlane, the creator of Family Guy and American Dad, and you've seen his movies, Ted and Ted 2, with Mark Wahlberg. So, The Orville is like a type parody of Star Trek. It's the same thing, but with some comedy. You know, and they kind of show messages poking fun at things going on today. You know, because they're supposed to be on the show, they are 400 years in the future. I forgot to say disclaimer. For this video, it's a disclaimer that I'm going to be talking about this episode, and if you have not seen it, then you should not watch this video. I'm going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 12. The Orville, Season 1, Episode 12. This is a disclaimer. I'm going to try not to release too much information about it, but in order to do the video, I have to. If you want to see it, it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu, The Orville. Alright? So anyway, they are 400 years in the future, and they poke fun at where we are today. Because they are so far advanced and looking like, wow, it's like, this is what they did? Like they use, what is this stuff? Money? What did they do with this stuff? Oh, they would change it in exchange for goods and other things. Like, wow, that's so primitive. You know, they poke fun at social media. They poke fun at a lot of things if you watch the show. Okay? So before this episode, the crew was out flying, and they came across an anomaly in space. The mind Star Trek is in space. They're exploring space. And out of nowhere, they sent the explorer ship out, and out of nowhere, it got sucked into an atmosphere. A planet just appeared out of nowhere. So because a planet appeared out of nowhere, it caused them to accelerate greatly to the surface, and they had to do an emergency landing, those that were in the pod. So there was 3 people in the pod, and one of them was a female who was the second in command on the ship. And I'll just say her name was Kelly. All right. So anyway, they tell her, look, don't get in contact with these people because they are primitive and they might not be able to accept you because we're from the future. You know, we're so far advanced. Well, anyway, of course, she came across some little children, and one of them slipped and fell, running from her, bust her head, and then she tried to calm the little girl. Hey, I'm not here to hurt you. And she took out a little tool to heal the girl's scar, and she healed the girl's scar on her forehead. She had a gash on her forehead, and she took her thing that they use on the ship every day. It's like, I don't know, anything. You use the pen. It's nothing special. And healed the girl's gash in her head. Saw the rest of the villagers coming, and she ran off. They had to leave the planet because got in contact with the people, and they left. So they left, got back on the main ship, and as they're watching the planet disappears. So come to find out, the planet is caught in between 2 universes. So as it's twisting, you know, it appears here, then it disappears, and it's going to the other side, to the other universe. Well, they was like, so when is it going to come back? It'll be back in 11 days. It came back 11 days later. So they descend back to the planet's surface and like, hold up, this is where I was, but these buildings weren't here, and all this construction, all this is so far advanced from where, when I came back, there was just people here. Now they got buildings, and they checked everything out. And when they got down to the village, well, to the people, Kelly was a god. She was a god because she healed the little girl. She had the healing powers, and they did everything in the name of Kelly. They had a whole holy book written. They had priests in place talking about the return of Kelly, had created this great statue of her, and everything was done in the name of Kelly. And then they showed them torturing the people who pretty much crucified them, who were called deniers. Think about that. See, not non-believers, but deniers. Now, mind you, Seth McFarlane, who made Family Guy, is an atheist. And he pokes fun at God and Jesus quite a bit if you watch Family Guy or American Dad. They poke fun at him all the time. So, of course, he's going to do it on Orville. And this woman has become idolized. And she can't believe it, and she hates it because they're doing things. The woman telling her, oh, you better do this, or, you know, Kelly's going to punish you. And she's like, what are they talking about? This is not true. And, oh, and the great Kelly did this, and Kelly didn't. They would torture people and say, if you're innocent, then Kelly will heal you. And if not, you die. So she was like just mortified by seeing this. But when they left the planet, their command told them, you shouldn't have interacted with these people anyway. Now you've created the worst thing. You've created a religion. You have created a religion with these people. They're like, well, we can go back and fix it. They said, don't go back. You'll only make it worse. You messed up by doing that and starting a religion. Now just leave it alone. Well, of course, they ended up secretly going back anyway. And Kelly wanted to go back and fix these things, but by the time they went back, the people had television, televangelists, they had the cold Catholic priests set up, they had everything set up. You know, so I think I'm going a little too far. No, they were a little more advanced. So she wanted to come in and talk with the priest. She talked with the priest and like showing him, look, I'm just a human like you. I'm not a god. Don't worship me. I'm a mortal. And he showed him stuff, and the priest really was like, wow, you are immortal, and he believed it. But one of his side people saw the thing was like, look, the main priest said, look, we just got to tell the truth and let the people know the truth. The other guy was like, but if we tell the truth, we're going to lose this power we have over the people. We're going to lose the power that we have over the people. We can't tell them the truth. The guy like, well, we just talked with Kelly. We got to tell them the truth. And the guy's like, no, we can't do it. He said, well, I'm going to tell them the truth. He's like, well, you leave me no choice. And of course, he kills him. And the whole religion of Kelly goes on. So they're waiting for the whole 11 days on the ship to come back and see what happened. That's when they came back and saw the televangelist. Oh, in the name of Kelly, and healing in the name of Kelly, and all this, and people were bombing things in the name of Kelly, and she was still just mortified. So they sent back Isaac, who was not human. His planet is full of people who are just not human. They are sentients of some kind, you know. They don't have emotions, almost like Spock, Dr. Spock, if you're familiar with the show. They don't talk sarcasm, joke, nothing. It's strictly facts. That's all they talk. And he said, I'll go back and I'll straighten it out. And but it's 700 years. He's like, yeah, 700 years for y'all, 700 seconds for me, I'll go. So they was like, okay, they let him go. They come back, the place is greatly advanced. And when they end up encountering the people and bringing Isaac back, they had grown past religion. They had advanced. It was like, yeah, you know, people did worship you for centuries, you know. But now we've gone past all of that, and they've come into technology, and now we're exploring space and learning things and so on and so forth. And like, if it wasn't you, it'd be somebody else we'd be worshiping. People so superstitious, they want to worship something. So, but yeah, it's not your fault. We would have worshipped something. So, but we are past basically religion. And she talked in the show. They talked about logic. They talked about reason. I was like, wow, they are saying logic. They're saying reason. They were saying these things, talking about being rational. They were saying all these things. And I watched the show, had to rewind it back and watch it some more. I'm about to watch it a third time. And I'm like, wow, they really did this episode to show you that religion is going to have to just run its course. You know, even that we're at the point where a lot of people are leaving religion, it's going at a point where it might be slow to us now, but give it time, it has to die out. It has to die out. COVID showed a lot of people that God has no power to do anything. God has no power to do anything. Hold on one second. So it was kind of like a hope for me, like, wow, one day we'll go to the point where religion is finally dead and we deal with reality. Stop looking for somebody in the sky to help us. Because they haven't helped thus far, and when they haven't helped, they make excuses for them. But it is what it is for right now. We got people that are still going to believe in this God, or a God. They'll say, I don't believe in the Bible, but I do believe in a God. I believe in a creator. They still believe those type of things. But maybe we will come to a point where we just drop it all. There's no more theists. There's no more deists. And the word atheist will be null and void because everybody will be realist. And we just deal in reality like we're supposed to. All of those foolish titles will be gone. Gone. You know? So I just wanted to drop that video real quick and share that with everyone. You know, I don't know what else to say, to really say. I'm working on a video, but it has a lot of editing to go through, so I'm dropping this one in the meantime. I might drop a couple more before I finish the big one that's taking up a lot of my time to do, and I really want to get it out there to you. But to those of you out there who are, like I say, still on the fence about religion, you know, just fall on the side of reality. You really know in your heart of hearts that this God will not answer your prayers, will not protect you. You will still get sick like everybody else. You'll still, you know, go through the same hardships as everyone else. You can't prove an afterlife or something you're going to get as a reward later. So sacrifice this one life you have for some imaginary life you might get. And I mean, come on, when you die, you die. You got to do it now. You can't say I'm going to do it on the other side. You don't know about the other side. You were told that, but you weren't shown that. You were taught it, so you bought it. You were taught it, so you bought it. So with this video, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Like, subscribe, share the videos with whoever you want to. Put them out there. This was, like I said, this was just a quick video on the whim. And I have nothing else to say on it. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.